Government is moving ahead with plans for the East End Fat Hogs Bay Harbour Development Project. Deputy Premier and District Representative Dr. Kedrick Pickering told participants at a Wednesday, February 13th meeting that the opening up of Ella Reef was one of the important steps in the overall development of the harbour.
With all the activity that is taking place in the harbour, without that channel being open, the natural flushing of the harbour to keep the water clean and healthy wasn't taking place. So we've finally been able to achieve that, and the channel is now open and the water is flowing freely, and as my colleague pointed out, the quality of the water in the harbour, Eastern Fat Hogs Bay Harbour, has changed already because of that natural flow. Because the future development of the harbour will depend on ensuring that the natural flow, the natural currents are there to keep the water clean.
The Natural Resources and Labour Minister says work is progressing with the Environment Impact Assessment Study, which he stressed is a necessary component for further development of the Eastern Harbour.
That is critical to any dredging that has to take place and the development for the fisherman dock at Red Bay. We have started the EIA. We are now awaiting the coastal engineers to come along to do some more detailed studies, and when that process is completed, we will then embark on the dredging that is necessary. That contract, if it hasn't been signed, is already prepared for signature to move forward the dredging of the harbour.
Dr. Pickering said work on the fisherman's dock at Red Bay East End cannot proceed until the dredging is formally completed, and the sand that is expected to be mined during the dredging of the East End Harbour would go towards the restoration of the Fat Hogs Bay Beach. The Natural Resources Minister also spoke of memorializing former legislator Leslie Malone.
And part of what I want to see happen at Fat Hogs Bay when the beach is restored is to build a park in the area of the beach and to name it the Leslie Malone Memorial Park in honor of the services that he rendered as a member of the House of Assembly, as a lay preacher, and all the other things that he did for the community. That is something that I want to see done, and hopefully will be completed once we reclaim the beach.
Premier Dr. Smith and other ministers of government also responded to questions and comments from the audience at the February 13th community meeting held in the Eastern Longlow Community Center.